Lights, camera, action. Let's start the show. Here's a little bit of wedding advice from me to help your love story unfold. Welcome back, lovebirds. This is your wedding series, and in today's episode, we are going to be tackling Season 3, Episode 8. We're talking about Keep It or Leave It. This time, we're talking about the Bachelorette and the Bachelor edition of Keep It or Leave It. I hope that you guys enjoyed our last Keep It or Leave It game where we were talking about the things in like the ceremony that you could keep or leave, and then later on we're going to do a reception edition. So in this edition though, we are talking about the Bachelorette Party and the Bachelor Parties. Should you keep them or should you leave them? Now here in America, these parties are very, very well known. But in other countries, they have something called a Hindu party, which involves like your mom, your grandmother, your future mother-in-law, your future grandmother-in-law, aunts, and things like that come out to celebrate the bride. And it looks similar to a bridal shower. So I think that that's actually a really, really good idea. I don't understand why we need to have the Bachelorette Party as well as having a bridal shower and a wedding shower. It just seems like we have a lot of excessive parties that are costing us a lot because like they're all a big to-do in themselves. Like each party is a big to-do, right? And then you have the bachelor party, which in other countries they do call the stag party. And so they do have that for the gentlemen. It's just called a different name. So once again, you could, debate, do we want to leave this or keep this? And then there is the wedding shower, which is the celebration for both the bride and the groom. So the bridal shower is usually just for the bride, and then the wedding shower is for the bride and the groom. Now, people bring different gifts to all of these, okay? So I will say that there is a purpose when it comes to the gift giving. It's going to look extremely different in both of these. So at a bachelorette party, you're probably going to see a lot more of like the frilly lingerie and lacy undergarment things that people are going to be given to the bride. And then at the bachelor party, I'm not sure what they get. I am not sure at all. But I do know that at the wedding shower, they're getting stuff that's like for their house, things that they can cook with and things that they can share in when it comes to their home, right? I would like to see more of the gentlemen getting things at the wedding shower rather it being so much. And I'm not saying that gentlemen don't cook at all, but I do think that like it's very heavily like kitchen oriented stuff. And like you don't really see like any of the stuff that like, are heavily for the gentleman. Like maybe he's a hunter. Maybe he likes to go hunting. You can get him like a hunting knife or a fishing knife or, a lawnmower or something like that. Like I just don't see a lot of the gentleman being celebrated at all when it comes to weddings. It just seems like it's so heavily on her. And I don't think that that's fair. But back to keep it or leave it. Should you keep it or leave it when it comes to the Bachelorette Party and the Bachelor Party? I mean, it's not like you're going to not get any kind of celebration at all. You would be mainly focused on having the wedding shower and the bridal showers instead of focusing on the Bachelorette Party and the Bachelor Party. It's just something to think about. I know that people get very, very excited to just celebrate with like people around their age group, because at the bridal shower and the wedding shower, it's got like everybody there, and so they're all going to be different ages and stuff like that. And it's not going to be like just your closest friends and, your closest coworkers or whatever. So that's the difference, because at a bachelorette party, it is going to be a lot of your closest friends. You may have like some cousins there that you really, really enjoy getting along with. You may even have like some siblings there that you really like. And so there's that, but like they're around your age, right? And so then it comes to the bridal shower and the wedding shower, and those are going to have like everybody in them. So it's going to be everybody celebrating you all through, all throughout the different ages in your family dynamic. And so I know people do look forward to just having something where it's just their friends. I just don't know if this is something that we need to keep or leave behind. I'm curious what you guys think. Should we get rid of the bachelorette parties? Should we get rid of the bachelor parties? I think that they have definitely gotten out of control over the years. A lot of people are ruining their entire marriages, like to come, their relationships during these bachelorette parties and bachelor parties. So is it really worth it? People have all kinds of crazy secrets about things that happened at them. It's just so ridiculous. So something for you to, to take away and to really think about, like, oh, do we really even need those parties? Probably not. Probably not. So, all right. We are now at the budget binder. On our budget binder for today, who's paying for this? We have the Bachelorette Party and the Bachelor Party. Who traditionally pays for this party? Traditionally, this party is paid for by your bridal party. So anyone in your wedding party, that is going to include your bridesmaids and your groomsmen, your best men, your maid of honor, your matron of honor. Okay? That's who typically pays for the bachelorette party or the bachelor party. Now, if you're going to do a wedding shower or a bridal shower, these are usually paid for by the parents of the bride for the bridal shower. And then for the wedding shower, it's typically traditionally paid for by both the parents of the bride and the parents of the groom. And the reason why the wedding shower is paid for by both is because both are being celebrated on that day. So it wouldn't make sense that, I guess it just depends, because the engagement party was celebrated by both, and that's traditionally paid for by the parents of the bride. So I don't know. We're just talking about traditionally here. Remember, guys, if your family is different and, it's up to them on who's paying for everything. So you don't have to get too bogged down on like, okay, this is who traditionally pays. We got to make sure that they get their coins right and pay for it. Not necessarily, it's going to depend on your family. Every family is different and unique in its own. And so it's going to depend on your family. Be my guest. I am looking for people to be my guest on your wedding series. This podcast is all about planning your wedding from 14-year-old you, and then we fast forward it into the age in which you got engaged. Now, I'm looking for people to be on the podcast who are going to be either planning their bachelorette or they are going to be planning their bachelor party. They are decided, okay, we're going to keep it. And then I want to hear from the people who also said, no, we're not doing this bachelorette party. We're not doing the bachelor party. And this is why. So I want to hear from both sides. If you have had a bachelorette party, if you've had a bachelor party, if you're planning one right now, I want to hear from you. Okay. So anyone who's been involved in the bachelorette party or bachelor party process, I want to hear from you. I hope that you would love to be on your wedding series podcast. It's a lot of fun over here. We talk about all kinds of things, and I know that they're not the most popular opinion. I have my own brain. So, I decide like this is how I think about things. So, you don't have to have the same brain as me, but I am giving my little 2 cents, my little bit of advice that I hope is helping people to plan their wedding the right way and dating for marriage the right way. So not necessarily planning their wedding the right way, but definitely dating the right way. So that is our focus over here. All right, so if you would like to be on your wedding series podcast and you want to talk about the Bachelorette Party or the Bachelor Party, send me an email so that we can get the conversation started at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. And then if we decide that we are a good fit, we'll record it on a video call, and then I will post it right here on your wedding series podcast. Now, I would like to say that if you've been to a bachelorette party and you've got some juicy stories, or you've been to a bachelor party and you got some fun, juicy stories, and you just want to talk about them and kind of like have people understand that like maybe we need to leave these parties out, I want to hear from you, because I think people need to hear the truth. Okay? They need to hear the truth. So if you're one of those people that know this needs to go, I was there, I want to hear from you as well. And guess what, lovebirds? This was a short one. This was a short, sweet, and to the point episode. We are already done. You know what I was about to say. This is the end of the episode. I will see you, lovebirds, in the next one.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our breath. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life. It's all in our hands.
Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the lead. Content creator, we're planting the seed. Get ready for the social media explosion.